What is up, blockchain gang? This is Danarchy, and thank you for joining me in another Nightcrows video. Today we'll be talking about the best ways to earn diamonds. I want to start off by saying that I dropped over 3,000 dimes on this bird to rush my crafting to professional, and this was a huge mistake. So most of these tips will not rely on a specific profession. The way I strategically convinced my wife that this was a good idea was to tell her I was investing $300 into Wemix because I thought it was a good asset. The only part I left out is that I would be parking that money in the Nightcrows economy for a short time so that I can get this pretty purple magic healing wand. My goal is to earn 1,000 diamonds a day over the next 35 days and cash it into Wemix and then start pumping my progression as hard as possible while refreshing my monthly Black Wings pack and looking for event deals on small microtransactions in the meantime. I've already made about 4,000 diamonds in the past 4 days, so if you would like to follow me on this journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This 35,000 diamonds should roughly equate to about $300 in Wemix once I hit level 45 and convert them using the Crow token when possible. The main reason why I regret going this deep into crafting is that completing requests for other players yields 0 crafting experience. This makes absolutely no sense to me. When doing kill requests, we get to keep the diamonds, experience, and contribution medals. So why don't we get to keep the experience when crafting for other players? My goal was to reach master and then expert by crafting a limited amount of items for other people each day, but they totally ruined that with this design choice. If I went into business in real life, I would be a professional, but I don't stop getting better at my job just because people are paying me to do it for them now. It doesn't make any sense for the game, but it doesn't even make any sense in real life, and they should have a huge disclaimer saying that requests don't provide crafting experience in my opinion. Or maybe it's just a bug and we're supposed to be getting experience this whole time. What do you think? The other reason is these step-up shenanigans. I underestimated the amount of gold and diamonds I would need to level up my crafting, so after buying the 4 $30 gold packs, I moved on to the step-up pack that gave summons at the same price as buying regular diamonds. My problem is that you have to buy each level twice before moving on to the next level that gives the better rewards. This is never made clear up front, and you can't discover this until you make the first purchase and accept the item from storage. This means it can no longer be refunded. There is no purpose I can see from this other than to take advantage of unsuspecting players such as myself, as the intuitive explanation would be that you could purchase the entire loop twice, not each step multiple times, before proceeding, while locking players out of their refund caused by their own lack of clear communication. Okay, the rants are done. TLDR, don't blow money on crafting. You will struggle to make it back. So the first tip I have on earning diamonds from playing the game is based on where you should AFK farm. You want as many drops as possible, so you want to farm lower level monsters you can kill in only a few hits, and you want to farm them alone so all of the drops are yours. We want to skip the level 30 monsters though, because they don't drop blue gear or weapon styles. These weapon styles sell for over 500 diamonds a piece, and you should be able to get one every few days or so, farming the level 31 mobs at a very low time to kill. You'll also want to use 0 buffs, as these cost gold and gold is equal to diamonds, as we will see in our next tips. If you're strong enough to kill the level 32 mobs in 5 hits or 1 skill in a few hits, you can also get blue gear drops there as well as the weapon styles. I know you can get blue chest from the lower level monsters, but that would be like hitting the lottery or getting struck by lightning twice in the same day if we're being honest. Crafting materials are not worth very much, but if we combine them to create mid-tier crafting mats, we see a huge growth to our income due to the value we added, which comes from gold. If you are not a pro yet, it is advised to let the pros handle it, unless you're trying to become one and sacrifice diamonds for crafting experience. This is because when we hit a great success to get a marketable item, we actually gain 2, which makes us twice as many diamonds. By making requests for a minimal amount of diamonds, you will get 2 to 4 unbound each day if you can manage to craft 30. Of course, how many diamonds you invest and get back is random, so you'll have some days earning nothing and others earning over 1,000. Make sure to always trade in your D insignias each day for crafting mats to save more diamonds and get 16 more chances for those 12,000 medals. I've been doing this every day and I'm still ranked in the top 300 in my server, so it is possible. If you have not bought the Black Wing pack yet for $20, I would recommend it again, as I did in a past video, as your 30 extra time tokens should yield at least 30 unbound Morin for another 100 diamonds a day. Again, we're farming level 30 monsters here for the most kills to get the most drops. I would frequently go a whole hour gaining only 1 or 0 Morin on the level 40 monsters because they have so much health or damage reduction. This is also true about all the other dungeons. If earning diamonds is your main goal, even if your main goal is progression, you can progress a lot faster by earning diamonds and purchasing the exact progress you want, instead of leaving it into the hands of RNG. The exception to this rule is if you could run a dedicated 5-man party in the Prosperity Dungeon for level 40 monsters. Your time to kill will still be low, but you'll be able to farm guild orders from these monsters, which sell for around 500 diamonds each currently. I don't recommend buying the extra tokens outright at 85 cents because you will probably only make that back in time and not come out anywhere ahead. You can also play the market and plan to buy low and sell high, but don't forget about the market fees that will cut into your profit margins when making these deals. The best way is to go in and look for the prices with large gaps. If you can buy a handful of cheap items, saving 30 to 40% off, and then relist them for a higher price that is still the lowest price now available, you can make some quick gains. Just be sure you're not listing more in a single stack than are useful to players. For example, if people need to buy 10 of one item at a time in order to craft something, don't sell 20 in a stack. Instead, sell 2 stacks of 10. I try to make 4 to 6 stacks when I go to relist these items, and I make the prices really close together so it looks like there's a lot of action and people selling at that price, which will reinforce that it is a fair price to any potential buyers. Another method of earning is to find out which gray and green items are underrepresented in the market and buy weapon or armor enhancement scrolls to fill those gaps for the +7s or +5s, if you noticed any which will command a premium price since there is no competition. Again, we're converting gold to diamonds here, so you will not be able to use this gold on your progression if you're trying to earn as many diamonds as possible. You can even gamble with item destruction and go for the +8s on weapons, 6s on equipment, and 4s on accessories, but make sure they're actually used in the collections, of course, before wasting a bunch of resources. I don't gamble on these because the gold can be spent on much better items that are guaranteed not to be destroyed, so I can use them on my own personal crafts in the future since they're bound. Or I could even start upgrading the mats to the highest tier. But if I'm destroying gear and spending 100,000 gold on scrolls, it's going to be really hard to earn that back. I'm selling many monster collection items that drop if they're over 20 diamonds or they're not giving me the stats that I need to farm faster or get farther in the story quest, those being accuracy and damage. Remember that defense is a dead stat when pushing the main story quest because the higher level monsters will always hit you, so don't waste your diamonds and monster parts on this. We also have kill requests, which are most common right before and after the daily reset. Be careful accepting requests too late to finish them though, because at reset you will forfeit your diamond deposit, even if you completed the quest but forgot to click on it in time to accept the rewards. Of course, we can earn diamonds by doing requests due to our crafting profession, but I saved that for last because it is typically only 200 diamonds a day or so, and if I did all of the other tips with spending that money on progression, I would be so much further and earning even more. So I hope you have this chance to learn from my mistakes. Those are all the tips I have for you today. If they helped you, please drop a like or comment on why they didn't. You can also support me in the SSS program by using the code in the description, and don't forget to subscribe so we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, Mr. Laser.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
You will be destroyed.
You're going
The
down.
explosion will be of extraordinary magnitude. Just hang on.
It takes a while.
Oh God, my back!